Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new here, this is my mosquito bite. Alright. Today is my 3 day. If you're new here, my name is Mary Malaki. I'm a numerologist. I read numbers. I do your little reading, and whenever I pop up on here, I read it. Okay? Okay. Sweet. Great. We're doing good. We're doing good. You're doing good. Great. Um, let's see. Today is July 28th, 2025. And I'm going to come up here, hair unwashed, okay? Mosquito bite on my forehead, and a shirt that smells like yesterday's deodorant. Okay, let's see. I don't remember what the last number was. I've been in and out of my computer doing other things since then, a bunch of other stuff since then. So I just started generator, a new generator, and it has a 9 to begin with. The next number is 872. All right, 872. 872 is going to be talking about your money, your business, and that's your business. Okay? And that's your business. Your purpose and your destiny. That's right, love. Your business is both fulfilling, purposeful, and destined. That's both. Both, all three of them. It's different here in the British area. The worst accent ever for me to do. I'm just not good at it. Whenever I was a kid, I was better at it. I'll say that. I'll say that. It kind of looks like a third eye, but like it's more focused on this side. Honestly, it kind of looks like other things too. And I would think, was this a pimple? Like that's what I thought at first, like because it was just kind of small, but it itched. A very familiar itch. And even now, the way that it swells, a very familiar swell. What a disrespectful thing to do. But that's the business of a mosquito. They come in and they're gentle and they're light and they get their feed and they move on. They make their babies. And they spread it all around. They spread them babies all around. They keep sucking blood and all that. And all the throughout there, these mosquitoes reach death eventually, just like all living things reach death. Because that's what we do. 729. Now, some of those deaths are just because of old age, I guess. Mosquito old age. Some of them don't get to ever breed, so they get eaten by like birds and frogs, I guess, and other things that eat mosquitoes. And I'm sure mosquitoes really hate those guys, that are feeding on their whole bodies and eating them. But then those guys get to move around and all that, circle of life type stuff. 872. That's what it's saying. 8 goes like this. I always start writing my eights from the bottom for some reason. My mom always was like, you write them upside down, but that's just how I move. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. But let's not quote that. Because I didn't start from the bottom. I started from right in the middle. There is so much that feels like it's getting in the way for you, but that's right in the middle. For some reason, made me think of the middle of the hourglass, where only a few grains of sand can fall through at a time. I think it's getting to the point where you can actually switch the sand over, just it over, and start the hour again. The hour is upon us. Mm-hmm. The purpose is becoming more clear, and It's something that you're thankful for. That's your purpose. What are you thankful for? Not like, oh, I'm thankful I've got, like it's good to be thankful for able to have clothes on our back and all that. But there are some things about your person, about your soul, the way that you navigate the world that you really love about yourself, that you are thankful to have. Like, oh, thank goodness I have this skill because this just, I don't know, something perhaps that you even lean on sometimes. Ultimately, it's an 8. When you know that angels are watching you, then you feel like at all times you are being judged. If at any point in your path you feel as though you are being judged in either way, innocent or guilty, then suddenly acting in that way becomes something you can revel in. If you are saying, yes, innocent, they are innocent, and now you're innocent, then you will just move, yay, I didn't do anything wrong. Guilty. Sometimes people just swallow the beast and say, yes, that was me. All because of the perceived thought of judgment and not allowing you to judge yourself for you. Most of the times it's a response to see what's just going to make you feel better after anything, really. Not even bad things. People still want to feel better even after feeling good things. They still want to feel good. But it's when you are lacking when you're not being satiated. It's time to look for something more wholesome, something more holistic, something with more substance, something. I was moving my mosquito bite closer to the light. Ah, there we go. Look, what mosquito bite? I have a normal forehead, right? Tell me I have a normal forehead and that I don't have a mosquito bite on it, even though it's a lie. I'm giving you permission to lie to me. I wouldn't care about the shape if it didn't itch so much. So I'm like constantly trying to not itch my forehead. But anyway, this is my karma. And now, whenever I speak about that karma, I'm not saying I did something bad and now I deserve to get a bit on my forehead. It's that I was in a place that there were mosquitoes. All of my body was covered except for my face. I am aware that there's something about my scent that, or I don't know if it's my scent or if it's like my blood type. They say O positive people tend to have more mosquito bites. I don't know if it's something in my diet that they're like, I need that for my babies, but mosquitoes get at me. And I did not put on any deterrent. And I was at 2 separate locations with water and moist areas where they could have, congregated and pollinated, you know? And I only got one mosquito bite on my face. To be quite frank, I've had mosquito bites on my face before. To be quite frank, I've been so covered in mosquito bites because that's just how much I get bit by mosquitoes. So, in that, this is the track that I built. I could have easily put on some off spray or carried a sash of lavender around my neck. But what did I do instead? I hopped in a river barefoot. And it could have been a lot worse. I don't know, I could still get malaria. I could still be dying of some type of snail in my foot. But for now, for this day, for this moment, I am doing the material world movement of speaking out into the ether, into whoever's going to hear this, and whatever words that I just said before this, that I'm not gonna recall right now, hears. And so, do whatever you're doing too. You know, and more, and like, and not like as in you're not doing enough, but as in just be yourself more. Like, just be yourself more. It's your job. It's your job. Like, that's what your soul signed up for, and you know that. And sometimes, like, I feel like on purpose, the ego forces us to procrastinate our soul. I mean, because we're supposed to be learning our entire lifetime, our entire lifetime, and then more after that. Okay? So when it's constant learning, if you aren't able to accept that early on, then you will berate yourself and beat yourself down because you're not getting it right, because you're always having to learn. But that's the point. As long as your brain has space to learn, it will. And sometimes our brains just aren't able to anymore. You know, sometimes we have some type of whatever they call it, diabetes 3. Okay? And so we don't know what our life will bring in general. So in the meantime, move in a way that actually makes you feel thankful for having done the thing that you did. But that means you have to do something first and then see how you respond to it. You can't see how you feel about it before you do it. You literally have to do it first. See what the energy comes back in and observe it. And that's easier said than done. That's the 7 there, going to meditate and all that. And it's just not, it takes patience, it takes time, and you can do that. You already are patient. Like, and I think a lot of people like want to be more patient, or I don't know, but you're exactly on time. Okay? You're exactly on time. Because God accounted for your stupidity. That's what I think that's what I said last time. I remember that kind of came up. So just in case you didn't catch it last time, God accounted for your stupidity. And thank you to my friend who sent that, because I was like, you know what, you're right. And that was really freeing for me. There's been a lot of words that have been freeing for me, but that was the most recent one that I'm like, keep a lookout for the numbers and stay synchronized.